Hey, how's everyone doing? Today we're gonna talk about college basketball predictions tonight, and normally these are uh, early in the year, uh, in the basketball season. These aren't too important. They'll be important if they're messed up by some of the bigger teams, but a lot of the big teams play, very low Division One, sometimes Division Two opponents, and most of the time there isn't anything major. But they'll on Saturdays, you normally get the big games, and come January, in about a month, we start getting the conference games, and those start becoming good, decent games to watch. But tonight I'm gonna go over 6 games, I guess. There are 3 top 25 teams playing. Number 3 Michigan hosts Binghamton, and not really gonna go into that. Binghamton 2-8 on the year. Michigan 9-0. There's some pretty decent wins in there. And I don't know what to tell you. Michigan are going to win 10 plus. Easy. Next, Illinois play Norfolk State. Illinois are 10-0. Got a big win over the weekend at Gonzaga. I mean, they shot lights out, but Gonzaga's a good team. It's a good win. A lot of people were thinking, maybe they're not too good. I mean, their best win was Butler. And then they went into, Gonzaga and won by 12. I think 85-73, I think the score was. So, maybe they're a team to watch out with. I'm not quite sold on them yet, but, we'll see. They play Norfolk State tonight, and they're at home. I gave Illinois the advantage here, big advantage, really. Norfolk State, Cinderellas last year, I guess, for one game. Beat number 2 Missouri in the tournament, but that's about it. Illinois tonight by double digits as well. Minnesota, number 13 Minnesota, are home to North Dakota State. And this is actually a pretty interesting one. Minnesota have 1 loss on the year to number 1 Duke, which is obviously not that big a deal. North Dakota State haven't beaten anybody. They're 8-2. They've got a loss to number 1 Indiana in Indiana, which is, how many teams do you think are going to go there and win this year? And they have a loss to Green Bay, I think. Yep, Green Bay. But this may be interesting. I haven't seen Minnesota play yet. I know they have some decent wins on there. Memphis. And a pretty nice win at Florida State. Florida State's not as good as many people thought they were going to be, but Florida State's still Florida State, and going into Florida State, the ACC Big Ten Challenge, and winning by double digits, that's no small feat. Another one, Rutgers, George Washington. This isn't really that big a game to me. I don't think any of these 2 teams are going to be challenging in any of their respective conferences. I'm going to give Rutgers the edge because they're at home. They're 5-2. George Washington 4-5. I give Rutgers the edge tonight. It may be double digits, I don't know. But don't really look for any of these teams to challenge come conference season and things like that. This is interesting. I'm not the game, but the team really. LSU are home to Chattanooga. LSU are 5-0. Haven't played anybody yet, but they have a decent win at home over Seton Hall last week, and they got a game at Marquette, which will tell more about where the Tigers are going. And hopefully they're not too good, but once again, I don't know anything about LSU until we see them play Marquette next week. So LSU tonight beat Chattanooga. And probably the most interesting game tonight, St. Joe's hosts away to Villanova in their nice Big 5 tournament thing they do. St. Joe's 5-2. And their 2 losses are, Florida State. That's not too bad. And then at Creighton. which nothing to be ashamed of. But they have a win over Harvard, which is pretty decent, and they own an overtime win over Notre Dame, which is a good win. And they don't really play anybody until conference comes along. Their first conference game is at home to Butler. And with the A10 being what it is, so many good teams in it. Temple, VCU, Butler, Charlotte, Xavier. There are plenty of good teams in the A10. You can't afford to slip up anymore in the non-conference, especially because they don't play anybody too great. At Drexel, that's a decent one, I guess. But that's about it. But I like St. Joe's tonight. Villanova, they're getting better. I mean, they were bad last year. They're pretty decent. They're supposed to get some recruits next year, but this is not the year to be looking for a tournament appearance or anything like that from Villanova. So I expect St. Joe's to walk away with the win tonight. And yeah, those are pretty much the big games tonight. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll do this every night, especially. And we'll get more in depth and stuff when Saturday rolls around and when conference games start rolling around. So yeah, guys, peace.